Good morning. Oh, it's afternoon now. Don't know. Anyway, it's been a while. So let me show you. I just made this out of concrete with reinforcing at the back. Basically, it's well, let me show you. At the back, it's got plastic between the concrete and the wall, all the way around. And that is to stop any water pooling down here. So the water gets diverted round to each end of the concrete base. And then eventually the plan in that corner there is to have a sump, because all the floor is going to be lowered to the height of this concrete. So the sump will then pump it out all the way along and out into the water at the front, the water course at the front. That's the plan. So, but it doesn't affect us today. So our job now is, finally, it's dried enough, you can see, that I can get the tank in, or maybe not. We'll see. Let me show you the tank. It weighs about 110, something like that, kilos. If you're wondering why it's off the floor, it's so that I can put trolley underneath, lower it down onto the trolley, and then move it into position and get it in. Getting it in is going to be difficult. I may or may not have to dig out some of the earth there. Yeah. First things first, I'm going to disconnect this water supply to the heating, and then reroute it round the back and in, because that also does the outside tap at the back. But once that's rerouted round, we can try and get this into place. Okay, done. Move the pipe round. So this is the obstacle, so we need to now get this tank from there to here. I've measured it, but we all know measurements are not the same as real distances, and it should just slip over the edge onto the pad, then I lift the other end, and that's it. Really simple. So let's try that, see what nonsense we get up to. But I'm going to put something flat on the floor to protect the tank and also to make it easy to slide in. So I've put down two of these bits of hardboard I had laying around. So now I've got to get this down onto a rolling trolley, get it into place, take the trolley out. Yeah. Where's Big Dave when you need him? Bloody hell. So it's pretty much close to being in position. Now what I've got to do is raise this end, just tip it in. Easy as that, except I don't think it will be. Same as before, two straps. So I'm going to ratchet them up and get the trolley out, then lower that end down, the far end, and then reassess the situation. That was hard. That was harder than putting the tank in. Getting that round there. Oof. Right. In case you're wondering what these tanks look like inside, that's the insulation. And then this zips together with that one. And then you pop the top on and the lid and all that, and it's done. Well, not done. You've got to meet your connections and everything. But yeah, I'm going to give it a clean up down there, get this insulation on, put the lid on, and then that's it until we make a connection for it. Can't wait. That was hard work. Well, if it wasn't, everyone would do it. Yeah, I left it resting on something in the other room, but it's not going to ruin it for me. So on this side we've got 1, 2, 3 holes. This top one and the bottom one are for sensors. This middle one is so I can put a heating element in, electrical one. So I keep all that electrical stuff on one side, which is really good. You can see that this was made November last year. Designed for water up to 95 degrees. And you know when I said I'd probably have about 15 mil between the pipes and that? Yup, look at that. How close is that? So mommy, it's in, it's in. On this side we've got loads of various ports. So we've got a flow return, a return circuit there. We've got this one here is the hot in from the stove, and that's the cold return at the bottom to the stove. We've got a few other takeoffs like that, and we've also got some sensor points as well. It'll all become clear. But there's no coil inside this. This is simply just an empty tank. And the idea behind it is you heat this up to 80 degrees, 90 degrees, and then you use the pump to pump the water out through the heat exchanger, which then goes to the radiators on a separate circuit, so it's isolated from the tank. And then when the fire goes out upstairs, this is still hot. So you can either store that heat overnight. So in the morning, the pump switches on, the radiators warm up before you've even put the fire on. Then you put the fire on to carry on topping up the tank. If you think of it like a buffer, that's exactly what it is. So it maintains an even temperature, even if the fire is dying down or not lit. So that's that for that part. So the next part on this will be putting the stove upstairs. But now I've cleared the way out, so I can move the bike, move all this stuff, and hopefully get one of the tractors or the dump truck into here, so I can clear all this, move the stairs, get the stove through and onto the hearth upstairs. Stand by.